Okay, it is Thursday, April 28th, 11:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Tim, where I take a couple minutes out of my day to talk about what I see in Million Token, all of the markets in general, my strategies, and just give you guys an update. And this is, let me just go over the disclaimer real quick. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, and we'll get that out of the way. Okay, so we already got Beans in the chat. Man, you're so fast. So let me just go over the charts real quick with Million Token, and then I'm going to go over looking at Bitcoin and the stock market, tech stocks, dollar index. We're going to go over a little bit of the altcoin charts. I hear they're doing pretty good, but we're going to take a closer look. And we'll look at Polygon a little bit, and then talk about something I kind of found. We'll go over the Million pool, tech needs a wallet, see how long the pool is going to last. Look over Twitter accounts. And so right now we're looking at the Polygon, Million Token Polygon network. So we were kind of going on down in this channel here since early February. Kind of went sideways, had a pump, and then resumed the downtrend. And it looks like we've in this accumulation zone, anywhere between like $5 to $5.60. The last time I bought Million Token, it was $4 and I think it was 80 cents. And then my purchase pushed it up to like $5.06. I didn't want to push it up too high. I took a portion of my dry powder and bought because I wanted to have some more for, lower lows. So I'm trying to dollar cost average a little bit at a time. And so I haven't bought yet since it hit $4.80. I wasn't able to catch that big dip. Polygon went down to like $4 on Polygon one weekend, and I don't even have any money on Polygon. But I will get some money on Polygon definitely tomorrow. I've got the funds. It's just I'm not in a rush. I've got funds on Ethereum blockchain and the Binance Smart Chain because I was buying those NFTs on BNB or Binance Smart Chain anyway, and I just had funds there, so I might as well just keep it there in case it drops on the Pancake Swap. So, but I because of these drops are happening so fast, and they're gonna happen faster on the smaller chains like Avalanche, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain. It's a good way to just pick up some Million Token, small amounts with the low gas fees, because the liquidity is low. And you saw somebody sell, I think it was 2,000 or 3,000 Million Token, and it dropped the price on Polygon to $4. I don't know why he was selling them. He or she was selling them, not at one time, but slowly. But it was over just a couple minutes. I don't know why they did that. They should have just, if you're gonna sell a lot of Million Token on low liquidity, something that's not Ethereum blockchain, sell like 50 at a time and wait a couple hours, because you got to give people time to, see the dip, buy it up. I mean, if you're going to drop the price from like $5 and change to $4, you're not helping yourself. Now, I understand if there's an emergency and you need the money right away. But still, I mean, to sell 3,000 tokens in a matter of minutes is just crazy. I would have personally have taken those 3,000 tokens, bridged them over to Ethereum blockchain where the liquidity is better, and then slowly sell them off. Or you could slowly sell them off over, 3 blockchains primarily. But anyway, that's what the guy did. He dropped the price down to, here it is, $4 on the 23rd. But I know some people got that dip. I think Don D got it, a good chunk of that. But I don't know how many tokens were actually bought at those low prices. Probably not a lot. But I mean, the guy did sell like 2,000 or 3,000 tokens. So anyway, so we're back in this accumulation zone. So, the prices that we're seeing today, you saw all the way back in like late February. So that's the Polygon. If we break below $5, who knows where the next drop will be. I think I would like to probably pick some up somewhere around $4.30, give or take. It just depends upon, what time frame. Like we could come down and hit the bottom of this, or the top of this falling channel here. That would be $4.64. That could be a good, DCA there. If you fall through that, we could come down to this heart line at $4.11, and then we can come back down here all the way to the bottom at $3.64 or lower. If this thing goes on lower, it just keeps dropping it down. But with the dollar pegged, with the million token is pegged at $1, and we're only at 5x above the base value, that's really nothing in crypto terms. So I think there's less risk in something like this than Bitcoin, where there could be no bottom, or there could be a 50% drop. But my only concern with million token is adoption. This is the risk that you take for buying now after like a 99% drop from like $250 or whatever it was back in July. We don't know if the adoption is going to be there for million token. I think as the OGs are buying now, and there's a lot of whales buying now, like hundreds at a time, and they're staking it. And some of these whales I've noticed that are buying million token, they were buying it like originally at $60, and they're just dollar cost averaging down. So they've been waiting a long time. So maybe this floor will be $5. I don't know. But you could check the Ethereum blockchain and see who those wallets are. So let me take a look at this is PancakeSwap, the Binance Smart Chain. Again, similar story, downward trend, went sideways, had a pump, and then we're kind of in this downward trend, but we've stopped falling because we've been in this accumulation zone here. And those prices are somewhere around, $4.62 to $5.90. These wicks, I wouldn't try catching them. Try to go where the bodies open and close, basically. So I would say maybe, $5.12 is about right for the low end. I remember looking at Gate.io. I don't have it pulled up, but there was maybe I'll pull it up. There was a huge buy wall at $5.11, I think. Let me see if I can remember how to pull that up. So we're looking at Gate.io, million token. Here we go. So $5.19. You need $135. Then you go to 164, 177. So small increments, $329, and then $374, and then watch, $3,897. So there's a wall here at like $5.11. So somebody's gonna just scoop it all up. So we went from $5.12. You can buy them all up for $374. But as soon as the price goes to like $5.11, the price jump. There's a wall there. There's almost $4,000 you'd have to come up with. So I don't think the price is going to fall below $5.11 anytime soon on Gate.io. That could be some good buying opportunities on the decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain. And these buy walls, they could disappear too. Like let's say there's a sell-off, and all of a sudden whoever has this wall up could just hit the delete key and watch the price fall down even more. We've seen that happen with the Bitcoin markets, and that's called, I think, spoofing, where you think there's a buy wall there, and when the price comes close to it, they just hit the delete key and the price falls more. It could be, it's just all about tactics, but just keep that in mind. So that's Gate.io. And the chain I'm usually watching right now is the million token on Ethereum blockchain, just because, I'm buying a good amount of tokens and I just want to stake it at this point. But if the price is going down, at least I know I'm getting like 17% APY on my million tokens. So price falls down, but I'm acquiring like, 50 or 60 tokens a week. So, it eases the pain in a little bit. But we're going down in this downtrend. We break out, and then this is a parallel downward trend on top of the lower one. And it looks like we're kind of going sideways here from again at $5.11 or 12 cents to as high as $5.90 perhaps 92 cents. It doesn't seem like it's going to be hard to break above that. So that could be resistance if you go up above it. Everything kind of revolves around Bitcoin. And let's take a look at Bitcoin chart pretty soon. But if I was going to buy on the Ethereum blockchain, I don't want to buy. I want to buy lower than my previous buy. So, I bought, I might buy it a little bit more at, $5, same price, maybe 580. I don't know. I really want to buy back like around $4.30 or $4. But I know when I buy, it's going to push the price up pretty fast. But I don't think there's a lot of liquidity down here. So that's, more reason, if I buy it now, it's just going to push the price up to, almost $6 perhaps, which I don't want to do. So a lot of people are accumulating right now at $5 and $5.20 or so. Good for them. Me personally, I have more of a bearish outlook on the market. And if I think Bitcoin tanks, 10, 20%, we'll see if the people are still gonna be buying at $5 or if people are gonna panic sell and bring the price down lower to where I want to buy. And people thought I missed a dip before, but you wait a month or two and you get opportunities if you're patient enough. And it just everybody's got different outlooks. So let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. This is on the 4-hour. We're below the 4-hour exponential ribbon, which will obviously be below the 4-hour exponential on the daily and the weekly as well. So that's not good. We're having a really hard time pushing above $40,000. My feeling is, there's some good news and bad news out in the market. The people that are buying up crypto on the good news, I think they're just getting sucked into these people that are just selling at these walls. For Bitcoin, I think it's at 40,000. And then when there's not enough buyers, they're going to dump and then bring the price down lower. And, that's just my own opinion. Everybody's got different opinions. But we're in this downward channel on the 4-hour, and we're at the high end now, and we're coming kind of down from this upper channel. Maybe we'll come back down to this lower channel. So, for me, that's another signal that, hey, I don't want to buy million token right now because we're already kind of at these temporary short-term levels, overpriced levels for Bitcoin. If we come back down here and we make lower lows at 36,000 and change, or we could come down to this cyan line, which is 35,000 or whatever. And I'm looking at big time frames, weekly, monthly. Nothing really changes for me. This is why we could have Bitcoin pump $5,000 and it's not going to phase me because on the monthly it doesn't look like anything but a blip. I'm still waiting for this break on the bearish divergence on the RSI. And if we look at the chart itself on the monthly chart, okay, so back here in 2018, we're above the white line moving average, but below the red line or whatever. And we got sandwiched and we had that squeeze down 50%. Okay, so where are we now? Same thing. We're above the white line and we're getting sandwiched between the moving averages. And, the Fed's probably going to, raise interest rates, putting more bearish pressure on the stock price. I think we could drop. And, I've been saying for several times now, we got that CME gap around $26,000, $25,000 for Bitcoin. If we go down to those levels, we're not going to be at a $5 million token, I don't think. So that's why I want to have some dry powder on the side. But, we've had touch points, 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points on the monthly chart here, which looks good. But I'm thinking Wayne Gretzky, where's the puck going to go? I want to skate to where the puck's going to go. I'm not going to go chasing after the puck. So hopefully my plan plays out. If it doesn't, I just hodl because I've got big bags of million token already and other crypto. Stock market, S&P 500 index. We're looking at moving averages here on the weekly chart. We had death cross here back in the .com bubble, November 2020. Death cross here, December 2007. And we had the death cross right now going on. Once we break down below this moving average of the red line here, hopefully we'll bounce off of it. But man, if we're gonna, there's so much going on in the world right now with, Russia, Ukraine. Now Russia is demanding if you want natural gas from us, you have to open up a bank account in Russia and pay in rubles. And countries are caving in because they need that natural gas, right? If you stifle energy to countries, their GDP goes down. And standard of living goes down. That's all George Gammon right there. Excellent stuff from him in his last few videos, Rebel Capitalist show, and the whiteboards that he does. And so much to learn from that guy. So, you know, if we go down to those levels, we're looking at a drop of about another 20% or so. I don't know if it's going to happen. We could have these low levels and the Fed just might change their mind and then not raise interest rates. And then that'll just give us another artificial pump. But we're in like nosebleed sections here on the stock market, even though we had like a 20% correction from the high. Tech stocks, NASDAQ 100 index, you know, we're above this moving average. And, you know, we could come down to retest it or break it. And it doesn't look so bad on the log chart, but when you take it off the log chart and you see like, well, here was the .com bubble. And now here we are way up here now. And we have a long way to go down for that moving average when you're not looking at the log chart. So that could be another drop of another 20%. So from the all-time high to the moving average would be almost a 40% correction. And I don't see, I mean, these are some giant candles. That monthly candle is an engulfing bearish candle on the monthly. Let's see, now this is Heikinashi. And, you know, to put things in perspective, they're all bearish. Let me put it on the weekly real quick. So you had a couple green candles there, got rejected off of that moving average. Not good, but let me just put it back on the monthly chart. But you want to get that perspective. Here's a .com bubble. You know, we were going at a growth pace, and then we hit this point here in October 98 and went parabolic. Of course, we all know in million token community what happens when things go parabolic. You have a correction because people take profits. We had a steady growth here until, you know, the COVID hit and the federal government prints trillions of dollars. We go to exponential growth, and I think there should be naturally a correction. You know, if you give people trillions of dollars and people that are already in the market are becoming multimillionaires, you know, people are going to cash out and retire. Dollar index, interestingly enough, we're at these really high levels right now, 103. The last time we got to those levels that we made those new highs was like back here in January 2020, so 22 years ago. I mean, we came down here, but I mean, as far as making new highs, the last time was right here in, you know, January, 22 years ago. So if you want to find more information about the dollar index, you should be checking out this video here, Rebel Capitalist, Brett Johnson talking with George Gammon. Brett Johnson came out with this dollar milkshake theory. I'm not going to go into it in detail, but he came out with it like years ago. He's just ahead of his time, but it's a 40-minute discussion, well worth listening to, and we'll just see if his dollar milkshake theory plays out. It seems to be, and also the recent video, this was posted on the 26th, so 2 days ago, I think. Crypto Crew University, I think this is his name, Steve. And, you know, we could be coming back down in these lower boxes here. So, you know, wherever you have this yellow box, generally is a great time to buy. And we're kind of like at the top of it right now. His views and my views are aligned. So, you know, he gives a more thorough talk on the crypto markets in general, where I focus more on million token. And those two videos came up, I watched recently. I thought were worth watching again. So this is the altcoins, and let's see what's been going on. So we had this general uptrend, and yeah, we're still in this general uptrend, going up, up, and up. Nothing's changed there. It looks like a bull flag. We could break out above it, but you know, if Bitcoin goes down, you know, alts usually tend to bleed more. That's Benjamin Cohen right there. So what else do we have here? So something that came across, I wasn't looking for this, but I want to discuss it a little bit. So Matt, you know, he had this cake, 20,000 million token addresses. It's a lie, right? I mean, we don't have 20,000 addresses. We do, but it's not organic. So let me just post something here that Repo said in Telegram that this project relies on organic growth and the input dedication from the community members. Okay. So let me just close that out real quick. And April 11th, NFT Daily came out with this video, and he noticed that Polygon went up crazy, right? He didn't know what was going on at a time. And he thought it might have been microtransactions or something. And I just kind of forgot about it. But there was something that came up across my desk or computer a couple days ago, and I posted in his comments that on April 3rd, this address here created 300 Polygon addresses, and he sent 0.0001 million token to like 300 different addresses, pumping up the address count. So we don't have 20,000 organic addresses. So yeah, this guy, he's got 1.1 million token in this particular address. And, look at all these addresses he sent it to, 0.0001. And he sent it to this address, on April 3rd, the 25 days. He did it all in one day. So here's 12 pages. This is the first page. I'll go to the last page. And he's, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. There's no matic or anything in there. It's just, a fraction of a penny worth of million token in these 300 addresses. I don't know why he picked 300. So anyway, I know who did this. I know who this address is linked to. So, okay, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to whoever did this. Okay. If you think you're okay doing this and you want your name out there, then keep it as is. And the next time I do a video or somebody on Twitter or Telegram asks me who owns this account, I am prepared to show your name linked to this account because it's very obvious. It's very obvious. So the reason why, I don't like calling anybody out, but I don't like when people are just, artificially skewing the numbers to try to pump up this coin. If you want this coin to succeed, you can't do shit like this. Okay. You get people like CoffeeZilla or whoever, YouTuber out there that has a grind or acts to grind against million token. They see this, right? And they're going to be like, they could pull up the information and like use it against us. Okay. So here's my proposal. If you could do this in one day, you could take one day and remove it. Take all your little addresses and move them back into one address, your original address or whatever. If you do that by the time somebody in the future, when a day from now or a week from now asks me who this is, I won't call out your name. Okay? This is just crazy. There's no reason to make 300 addresses to pump up the numbers. And I read stupid stuff too. Like when I was in Discord, that somebody was creating a private discussion group and just spamming it so he can get his rankings up or something. Just stuff like that. We just don't need. That's what I don't know. This is disturbing to me. I mean, I know in the past when we had Missile doing the NFTs, and there were some advantages to having more than one Polygon address so you can increase your chances of getting NFTs. I get that, but that's old news, and this was all done on April 3rd. So yeah, this kind of upset me when I saw this, and I wasn't looking for this, but something came across my desk, and I was clicking around, and I came across this address, and I'm like, what the heck is all this? And then it all made sense because NFT Daily covered it in one of his videos. So I would like to see these 300 addresses wiped out. Make it organic growth. If not, then your name's going to get called out when if somebody asks me about it. If it's not a big deal and nobody asked me about it, and all this 300 addresses is still out there, I'm going to let it blow over. But yeah, this is just crazy. So if you look at million token on Etherscan, I was saying there's some big buys here. So, got one person here staked 600. That's a pretty big buy. I'm not going to go through this, but every time I kind of see the price pump, I see generally people buying hundreds of these tokens and just staking them, which they're not going to sell it anytime soon. Not if they're staking. So just keep that in mind. I think Matt, I read somewhere saying he saw some OGs buying and he had to buy a little bit of million token. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling the FOMO a little bit, but I kind of looking at the big picture, and I want to have that dry powder if the price falls. But yeah, I'm still trying to get that 2%. I'm probably going to get there, and if we have a huge correction in Bitcoin, for me to get 2% of the supply will be absolutely easy. I probably could do it today, but I'm just trying to dollar cost average, trying to buy only lower lows. But anyway, the gas on Ethereum right now is 58. I think in the mornings, or if you're looking for good gas price, somewhere around 20, give or take 5, 15 to 25. 30 is kind of low, but I think you can get it below 30 even if you take a look at the times, usually early morning. And so million pool is at 17.18%. And I think it might be advantageous. So let's say you've been staking for a while and you've got like 100 or 300 or 500 tokens. Wouldn't it be advantageous to withdraw the reward and then restake it so you get even more rewards? I think so. So that's why I kind of bring up the gas. If you're going to, pull out your rewards and restake or just stake in general, watch your gas fees. Try to do it when the fees are gas fees are low on Ethereum. So that's pretty good. Here's the balance: 344,000 tokens, million tokens in the pool, 34%. That's pretty much a really good sign that 34% are holding; they're not selling. So no less than half or whatever. I think that's a generally good trend, because I remember hearing something about the people that are staking Cardano are staking like 30% or something, but don't quote me on that. I'm just trying to do it from memory, but I think that's a good number. And so TechLead's wallet has 59,500 about there, and then he sends some over to this wallet, which only has 2,000, and then he sends that, I think, over to the pool for the rewards. And I think the pool is giving out about 1,087 per week. So, I don't know how much he wants to keep for himself for a million token, but the pool could last a year or less. I'm guessing, give or take a few weeks. That's just estimate. And let's see now. Here's my Twitter page. So I know I haven't had a YouTube video done in about 8 days. I think I did one on the 20th. About once a week, or when I get around to it, or if I see something worth talking about. So the Japan currency is really tanking versus the dollar here, and I just feel like when Lehman Brothers collapsed in 2008 or whatever, I feel like certain little things are happening now that could signal the big fall for the stock markets. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to just scan through this real quick. We talked about the dollar index. So we talked about the technical analysis on million token. There's some bullish charts out there I see sometimes that can kind of make sense. So my general feeling is, yeah, it could be true, but I want to show you both sides of the coin. My feeling is still bearish, but again, when I see these bullish charts, if we don't break to the upside, I just think, it's just providing FOMO to provide liquidity for the people that are selling. And then, yeah. Speaking about selling and buying, I remember Pompliano was talking about Michael Saylor. He says there was like 3 types of Bitcoin people: the maximalists, the traders, something else. Technically called technocrats. Anyway, so the people that are driving the price up and down are basically the traders, and they see Bitcoin as a risk-on asset, which Michael Saylor's opinion, it isn't. It's really a safe asset. And the Bitcoin maximalists who are just buying and collecting all this Bitcoin basically just to pass it down to their grandkids, they don't care. So, and I kind of tend to agree with that. And eventually, when the traders see it as a risk-off asset, then you'll probably will have a decoupling from the stock market, because if the stock market drops continuously, you know, they could just pump another asset with low liquidity compared to the stock market. Bitcoin's low liquidity. They could just skyrocket that, just like million token, right? If Bitcoin goes up, I think million token could go up a lot faster because it's a smaller market cap. Just like in the stock market, you know, smaller caps, the Russell 2000 index or whatever, that, you know, could outperform in the long term over the broader market because they're the smaller. Anyway, what else do we have here? The CBBI index is continuing to fall over time. Not good. And you know, Alessio Rastani had pointed out something about bearish death crosses in his last video, I think. Depending upon whether they're both going up or both going down or going different directions, you know, not to worry about it. You could check out his video. But I still think, you know, the if you zoom way out on the monthly, you know, I'm still waiting for this to play out. You know, if we could break, you know, people that are really super bullish, I ask them, well, what will it take you to change your mind? And I don't really normally get good answers. So for me to change my mind, the first thing that has to do is we have to get above the weekly exponential ribbon, right? So, which would be somewhere around above 44,000, it looks like right now. If we close above that, then I'll consider it. Maybe we'll go up and retest it. But if we have to break at least 44,000 on Bitcoin for me to get somewhat bullish. So we'd have to go up, not that much, 10% from here. And then I'll reconsider. And then maybe I'll even fumble in and buy more million token because, you know, it could go up real fast. And maybe we could break above this red line here. So, you know, if you're super bullish and you're constantly buying and you're not gonna have any dry powder left, how are you gonna feel if the price drops 50% or if we go down to like $25,000 Bitcoin? You know, everybody's different, the risk tolerance and everything. Just know both sides of the coin. And if you're super bearish, you know, well, we'll take you to change your mind to say, you know, you're wrong and you got to, you know, change gears and go dollar cost average on the way up. If you're in this space for a relatively short time. See what else I have here. There's a Crypto Cruise Universe YouTube link right there that I posted on the 27th. More about the dollar index, which we discussed. Crypto Fear Index is 21. And if that gets down below like 15 or lower, even below 10, you know, I'll be buying heavily into crypto. And I think I have about a few $1,000s on the side anyway. And enough to buy maybe 1,000 or 2,000 tokens, which would put me probably in the 2% realm. Bitcoin had this really crazy day here on the 26th, went up and down in the same day. Again, I think the bears are in control, you know, or they're just playing games. They're buying the dips, and then when it gets to 40,000, they're selling. And even if you look at like the number 3 whale wallet for Bitcoin, the rich list, you know, they're doing the same thing. They're buying and selling more frequently now. And Luna, I don't think has been buying that much in a while. If you look at their wallet. So what else do we have down here? But dollar. I've been watching this dollar index a lot because if we've tapped out in the dollar index, then that's good. That's putting, you know, buying pressure for me to buy million token now because crypto in general should go up if the dollar index goes down. Really, I think all hard assets or assets in general should go up if the dollar index goes down. But we'll just wait and see. You know, with the de-dollarization with Russia and their natural gas and China and the oil now, you know, it's less demand for the dollar. What else we have? Some fun stuff. You know, you could scroll through my Twitter thing here. Okay, I'm gonna look at chat real quick. See what we have in the chat. You got Dano saying hi and Rewired says Tim, Albert T. Where are we staking these days? The only place to stake is on the Ethereum blockchain. Where you go to you could go to milliontoken.org to find this link, but it's this is the page you have to go to for staking. And then you would hook up your wallet, and then with your MetaMask or your Trezor device or your Ledger device, and you just follow the instructions. Now you have to make sure you have enough Ethereum for gas fees. You have to approve it, and then you have to do one more transaction approval for the staking. So that could be anywhere between $15, $30 or more. I would have at least $100 worth of ETH in my wallet just for gas fees. And then obviously if you want to withdraw your rewards or your money out of the pool, you have to have gas fees for that too. There's no staking on the other blockchains at the moment. I don't think there will be. So that answers Albert's question. Filthy Peasant Gaming says, hello, Tim. Hope you're having a great day. Hi there. Nice to see you, Tim. FOMO Lee says, what's up? And then thanks for your updates in such challenging times. Keep up the great work. Coming down to the bottom here. I think we might have some pumps to $7 or $10 fake outs, and then July gonna do next leg up. Yeah, we'll see. I have no idea. I'm just buying the dips and then holding, and then just holding. Eventually this thing will just stop falling, I hope. I think we could probably get a good pump. I'm hoping. Before this project, if it dies, we should still be able to make money if you're buying the dips now. But hopefully it won't die. It's all about risk reward and your asset allocation. This is not a huge investment for me. I mean, it's a pretty big investment, but it's, if it takes off like it did in July, it will become a big part of my portfolio. So we'll just wait and see. The good thing we have about Million Token is we could say, hey, we already hit 200. People that are just kind of getting into Million Token, and are might be scared about it or whatever, they can buy it at $5 now, and we already hit $200. And I think that was also mainly because the way the tokens were deployed. There wasn't the tokens weren't deployed fast enough, and I think Techly even said that during his Graham Stephan show. Probably at low prices. I haven't analyzed it, but we had these giant. Let me see if I have it in here. Let me pull it up. Let me put this in the daily. Yeah, we should probably have never even gone up to $200 just because the way the tokens were deployed. So in one day, we went from $1 to $8, 8x, and then we went to $43 the next day. It doesn't make any sense. It's just that the tokens weren't deployed fast enough, and people were just paying whatever to get the tokens. I mean, if you look at this one day here, in one day, what was this, the 13th? In one day, we went up, 33%. So, a 4.3x in one day, that just doesn't happen. But that's all in the past now. The tokens are distributed pretty evenly, I would say, because, we've been through this since July. So, it'll be a year coming up in about 3 months. So the people that are buying down here, if this thing takes off, geez, if you look at it on non-linear scale, we're way down here. We're almost back to the beginning. And, you never know. We could have a dump lower too, $4, $3. Just watching, I'm just going to watch Bitcoin. If I think that there's a trend reversal, then I'll flip bullish. But, you saw my charts, right? Let me pull this up. I'm still bearish. I'm still thinking downward trend, even though we have, some sideways accumulation here. If that breaks $5, we could go down to $4, as we saw on Polygon pretty quickly. But I don't know, hopefully people are learning and hearing me. They're not going to sell 1, 2, 3,000 tokens like this guy did in a matter of 6 minutes or whatever it was. That's just crazy. Okay, I don't see any questions. So final warning to whoever, I think I already closed it out. Whoever created 300 Polygon addresses just to crank up the numbers. Hey, if you're cool with it and you want your name out there, just you don't have to do anything. But if you don't want your name out there, get rid of those 300 addresses, please. And let's just try to make this community honest, organic growth, and we'll get more respect from the community. And that's what crypto is all about. If you want your project to succeed, you have to have a good community. If you're gonna play with numbers like that and do wallet stuff, manipulation, that's not a good sign on the community. I don't think. I'm trying to make you guys better, not only with trading advice or not trading advice, hodling advice. Do with what you will. But I'm sure somebody's going down the line is going to ask me who did that, and I'm telling you, it's a pretty respectful guy, but he posts a lot in Discord and has NFTs. He's a big part of the community, and I just don't know why he did 300 Polygon addresses in a day. It's crazy. Okay, I think that is about it. I'm signing off. I'll wait a couple of seconds so the thing doesn't end abruptly like last time. I hope everybody has a good day. Like this. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and share it with others and retweet or whatever. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.